Hello everyone, and welcome to Evil Laugh Gaming. Today we're going to do a Let's Play of the Banner Saga. Let's go ahead and start a new game. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters witnessing the story unfold from their different perspectives. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survive through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðanvor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Komið í höllina miklu! Skýst ég leyfa oss að syngja!
And time to battle.
Engan eigi ég hlut að máli þessu.
You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. We use the right stick to panoramic surroundings, zoom in and out by holding down the left and right trigger, and press A to continue. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from the left to right. Your allies are in blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield bearer is active. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Some characters fall more tiles than others. The Horned Alliance are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Use left stick to choose a tile, then press A to confirm the move. Move your shield banger here and get him into attack range. Enemy tiles are red and pulse if the enemy is in range. To target a nearby enemy, use left stick to attack the use left stick to select the attack icon and press A to target the enemy. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. Numbers beneath each icon, 2, 5, show the damage you will do to that stat. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. This enemy has 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Use the left stick and A to select the fist to attack with strength, then press A to confirm. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you're outnumbered. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By moving on gold tiles, a unit can move further than usual at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red, pulsing tiles beneath your enemies show how close you'll have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk into attack range using the left stick and A. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Your unit menu combat options include move, ability, attack, and end turn. Use left stick and A to activate the purple ability icon now. The ability description appears in the tooltips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Use left and right directional pad to select an enemy and then confirm your choice with A. That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only 1 enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can use to boost your damage. Use left stick and A to begin the attack. Use left stick and A to select the fist, then press right bumper to add a star to the attack. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. You'll see the damage number goes up as you add willpower. Add a star and A to kill this enemy. Victory. 5 renowned.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade. Quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts in to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me he'll be giving us a hand. What do you have in mind? Scalfing says... Scalfing that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants you... The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. I was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace at the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Use the left stick or left and right bumper to highlight the market tent, then press A to visit the merchant. Let me handle this. You meander through the rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scaffolding's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, So when you tell me what rat's anus the rest of them crawled out back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. They don't talk to me. I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Head sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Let's pay him. You toss a sliver of silver on the table. Both men look up at you with surprise. Head gestures meekly to a variety of junk from a stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I'd like is the name of a place. Nobleman. Up by East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Head sulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this thing blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Enough. Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No. Just bought 'em while you were walking around. Why? No reason. Enough goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be scaffolding. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone old haunts, not new ones. Nolwenn is a meat hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm gonna go find him. I'll meet you there. Where's the place again? Nobleman is half a way up the hill toward the Great Hall. You won't miss it. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tide. I'll remind him. And to the meat hall. You arrive in front of what must be Nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears, with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out. Eric says over his shoulder, "Ready? Let's get this over with." "That's the spirit," says Valgard. "Okay, here we go." Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is ready at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scaffoldings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and meat steins in the process. Select a unit with the left and right directional pad and use the left stick and A to deploy them into any of the blue tiles. When all units are satisfactorily deployed, press Y to start the battle. I was hoping for more of a fight than this. Look at him. It's gonna be butchery. Okay, so let's put this guy over here. Stone wall. Block 3 damage per hit once a round. Or one round. Okay. Sword moves, and Eric. Rally, attack. Let's go straight for his health. Shield banger. Perfect. One down. Oh, I took damage, so I'm weaker now. Alright, so we'll take care of his shield then. We'll just finish this guy off quickly. And you are going to use the Tempest ability. Hit both of them. Perfect. Take him out. +1 renowned. What does Rally do? Rally gives 2 willpower to an enemy ally at any range. Alright, I don't need that right now. Which will lower the armor on this guy. You're totally surrounding that guy. Oh, they down him? Shoot. That's not good. What is your ability? Stonewall. That's not going to help right now. Right, we need to take care of that guy. There we go. Let's move over here. Start separating these guys. Oh, he is injured. We're gonna take this guy's armor off. We got this. Perfect. Boom. Let's take him out now. And victory. Raidmaster. Warden. And Gnuff is injured. Eric is also injured. There they are. Gods be damned. I got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window into the bay. A fleet of longships approaches with sails of bold red and blues. One banner I know well. Wagner. Next for Varl kingship, last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guest. See what I deal with all day long? Ah. Things look... things make a little more sense. You hoped I would have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrive. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the grand hall before they come by. Can I ask for one more favor? If you happen to stall our guests down at the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valgar hustle for the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses one of the barkeeps a spar of silver for the mess. You give an appalled shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. And we're going to call this episode 1 of our Let's Play of the Banner Saga. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.